Hi there guys, so today I'm going to be drawing and painting lavender, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm doing it with 3 colours. I'm picking a purple, a green and a blue. It doesn't matter what colours you have, just use whatever ones you have. So firstly, I'm using a picture from Unsplash, and I've put in the search bar lavender and it brought up various different pictures of lavender. I just picked one that I liked, one that I could see some detail, and you'll notice here that I'm just using a pencil on my watercolor paper. I'm just drawing what I see in the picture as best I can. Now it doesn't need to be perfect. If you want to do it perfectly but you're not good at drawing, you can use tracing paper, where you print out the photo and you lay the tracing paper over it and trace out the picture before tracing it onto your watercolor paper. However, you can just do this where you're looking at your picture and you're drawing what you're seeing. Now I'm drawing this, I'm being a little bit harder on my pencil so that we can see it for the video, but usually with watercolor people try to go lightly with their pencil so that you don't see the pencil in the finished piece. So after you have your drawing done and you're quite happy with it, then you can go ahead and wake up your watercolors, where you add some water to your colors, and that helps to get them ready for you applying to the paper. So I'm starting by using some of the purple and just going in and painting all your little buds with a light purple. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just go over all those little buds and we can add details in later on. Okay, so after you fill in all of your little buds, you can then go back in and add a touch of blue. So you'll see this time I'm just taking some of the blue and just dabbing it into the bud, and then watching it merge in with the purple, and this can leave quite a pretty effect. when you see two colours blending together. Okay, so now I'm about to use the green, and you'll notice that I'm just adding the green down the stem, and when it's touching the water you'll notice that the green then disperses into the paint, the purple and the blue that's already there. And I quite like this effect of the colours merging together. For me, it makes it look really pretty, and I quite like the result of that. So next I'm just changing my brush, just trying something different to see how I get on with the bigger brush. Again, you can see here that I'm just adding in some green to the second stalk, just moving that down through the lavender. Okay, so now you can see that I'm just improvising, and I'm adding a few more buds down the stalk. Just in keeping with what I'm seeing on the other first stalk of lavender. So you can do this where you use the drawing that you already have, but you can also add to it and just experiment as you go. Again, you notice I've changed to a smaller brush here. Just try out different things to see what works best for you. I would say that sometimes it is quite good to already have the shapes there with the pencil as your boundary, because it's quite difficult when you're improvising in the moment to create the shapes just out of your mind. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so you'll notice now that I'm just about to go back in to work on the first stalk of lavender, and now that it's dried, I'm just adding a deeper, darker colour of purple. So to get a deeper colour of purple with watercolour, you just don't add as much water and the pigment will be stronger. So I'm just adding a deeper pigment to some of the buds. Okay, so you'll see now that I'm actually just starting on a third stem of lavender, and this time I'm improvising on the other two strands that I have before me, looking at what I have and trying to make similar shapes for the buds. Okay, so again I'm just going back in with some darker purples, darker blues and darker greens, just adding some variety and depth into what I have already. Okay, so at the end I just wanted to finish it off with a few splatters, and so what I did was I added some more water to the purple paint and loaded up my paintbrush with the purple paint, and I'm tapping it against another paintbrush. So you can see here that I'm just adding a few specks of purple around the lavender, just to really give me a sort of dreamy, soft feel. And I'm just making those little specks a little bit bigger making them, blending them out with a little bit of water. And I also do this with the blue as well, so I've got the purple specks and the cornflower blue.